Welcome traders. So today we're going to do a live trade and I'm going to try to explain everything to you guys. But as you can see, I'm already in this trade. I just recently entered this trade. I probably should have explained the trade before even enter it, but by the time I'm making all these videos and stuff, market was already close to my entry, right? But we're gonna be trading on this 200k account. You can see this account is up and down. It's basically at break even right now. This month is not that good, but it's part of trading. You gotta accept it and move on. And you can see on my win was 43%. Like I said, it's not a good month, and we only trade gold, and you can see I only risk 0.2% on this 200k account. So today, right, as you can see, we just entered this trade, right? So the first thing I do is usually I add my indicator, which is I have a 15 EMA and a 5 EMA, and I only trade gold, right? Like I said. So the first thing I do is I jump into the daily. We are already on the daily, and you can see you see that my 5 EMA is already broken, right? So the downside is I already break my 5 EMA. Right now, it's trying to break my 15 EMA, and I feel like if it break my 15 EMA, it's gonna drop. Right? I don't know how long it's gonna drop, but I feel like it's gonna drop. And I know most of you are gonna be like, "Oh, this is an uptrend. Why are you taking a sell in an uptrend market?" You might be right, right? But you have to understand, if you've been trading for a very long time, there's times that you have to see confirmation that tells you that there's gonna be a change of trend, right? And those confirmation is like I see my EMA being broken, right? I'm seeing that I feel like on the 4 hours, all my EMA is broken, right? My 15 EMA, my 5 EMA is already broken. And on the daily, we can also see there's a pattern going on right here. You can see we have a head, we have a left shoulder, we have a head, and we have a right shoulder. And we have seen those patterns multiple times. If we go search that up, image, so something like this, right? This is what we're seeing right now, right? So that's what I see, right? Yeah. That's why I was like, okay, fine. There's probably going to be a change of trend. So that's the confirmation I see that tells me there's going to be a change of trend, right? So after that on the daily, what I did is I go to the 4 hours, right? And I also see that I just wait for market to break this low. Just like if we look at this, you wait for the neckline to be broken, right? So that's the same thing I did. I wait for the neckline to be broken, and I see that it did break the neckline, right? Then I was like, okay, fine. I have to figure out a way to take a sell. So by that, I go to the 1 hour. I think there was a level right here, right? Put that yellow, put that 2. And this level, you can see markets respect this level, right? It's not a strong level. Most people might take a buy. So that's another thing I like to do. I like going against a lot of traders or retail traders. I don't know if that's how you pronounce they say it, but I know there's a lot of people who probably enter a buyer thinking because this is a strong level that's going to push the markets up. But for me personally, I already look at the high time frame, which means that markets is going to keep on dropping, right? But if we jump even to the lower time frame, we can actually see that we actually did have a break out and market did close bearish below this level. So all I did was I jumped into the 1 minute, right? And on the 1 minute, all I wait for is I wait for a retest right here. We break, retest, pull back, and I enter down there. And my stop loss is all the way over there. And my TP, we're gonna be aiming for 1 to 2 on this trade. We're gonna aim for $800 right here and see how much we can make, right? So, and even after I explain all this, I can still lose the trade. That's part of trading. So let's see how this trade actually plays out. If So I literally just wake up. I don't know if you guys can see that, but this trade, I was not supposed to hold this trade for that long, right? But I did hold it for a very long time, right? And you guys can see the trade was a loss. Yeah, it's part of trading. So if we jump to the chat, can explain that better. Let's see. Let me jump to the 4 hours. It was. I feel like it was a pretty good trade, right? But one thing I did not see was Michael was creating the double bottom right here, right? Which if I could have seen that, then probably I would have make a different decision, right? But you can see there's a double bottom created right here, which was a nice trade. All I could have done if I should have seen that was just wait for market to break this bottom, right, and close. But when you're day trading, the higher time frame doesn't matter that much because I'm not aiming for like 500 pips. I'm only aiming for like 40 pips, 50 pips. So my expectation was market to just drop a little bit, and I think I entered right here, right? Stop loss was right here, and I was aiming for 1 to 2, and then market did drop, but it just pulled back up, which was insane, right? So the trade was a loss, and I lost $400 in this account, and I have like over 6 accounts. So if you do the math, I think I lost like over 1,200 on all of my account because I only risked 0.2%. But yeah, this is part of trading. I still want to show you guys this just so you guys understand. We was at break even. You can see now we're back to 0.15%. And like I said, I only take one trade a day on this account, right? But I'll get to purchase like a 100K challenge where it's like I'm gonna show you guys my other strategy I've been working on, right? But that's for another video. But this account, you can see I'm 0.15% down now. I only take one trade a day, and you can see the trade was a loss. And it's a very simple. If you really want to make it right and become consistent for us, just take one trade a day. Very simple. All right, guys, please subscribe, punch your likes button, and peace out.